It shapes your personality.
I've been playing since about the 3rd grade.
Knowing that as a team you play together, work with people together as a team.
I play basketball and baseball. It's a great game.
It's a physical sport.
The speed of the game.
We really worked hard.
Finally pays off.
I'm staying in shape training for this.
Teammates.
It builds your self-esteem.
Mental game.
It's pretty much our goal to win state this year.
With a positive attitude, we could really make it to playoffs.
Welcome to this week's episode of Prep Zone. With Christmas break upon us, we're heading up to Sandy High School, the gateway to Mount Hood. We'll also visit with the 2-time 3A girls swimming champions at Wilsonville High. We'll meet Justine Jarrell, one of the few girls working on the slopes at Mount Hood. And finally, we'll tag along with a few students in Canby in a day at the challenge course. You're in the Prep Zone.
Hey, welcome to Prep Zone this week. We're at Sandy High School in Sandy, Oregon, the gateway to Mount Hood. And it's our winter introductory here this week, and as you can tell, it is snowing. In fact, this is the first snow I've seen all year long, and it's really cold.
Most people in Oregon know of Sandy because it's on the way to Mount Hood. It's considered a small but growing community with a great high school. It's 1,300 students comprised of teenagers who live in Sandy and the rural outlying areas. Because the town of Sandy only has one high school, the whole community shows up to support the sports programs and student events. From the principal on down, everyone shows a strong sense of community.
We're here with Jonathan Davies, who is the student body president here at Sandy, and you are also on the snowboard team. Let's hit student body first. We were talking about school spirit. I mean, how are the students here?
This year it's pretty good. Starting to get more involvement. The kids are starting to get involved and come to all the sports. We have some amazing athletes here. Like we have the #1 pole vaulter in the nation at the school, and some incredible football players. And the sporting teams do pretty good, especially for our conference. We have a really tough conference, so they really work hard and great coaches, and the kids really enjoy it.
And you're on the snowboard team.
I am on the snowboard team.
Now, this is the first high school where I think I've been to that has a snowboard team.
I think they're actually starting to come up this year. This year, a lot of people at Barlow and Gresham, there's different snowboard teams around. Not so much in this conference, but they're coming in.
How many years has it been here at Sandy?
This is the 2nd year at Sandy High School.
And how do you guys do?
We do pretty good. We have some good snowboarders, and we have a really good coach. He's a pro snowboarder, so it's really neat.
When we come back, we'll find out what it's like to work and play on Mount Hood. Welcome back. You're in the Prep Zone.
All right, Sandy High School ski team. I got the boys, I got the girls. Now, do you guys think you have kind of an advantage living so close to the mountain?
Yeah, I would say we do. We get to go up a lot more than the other teams can sometimes.
Between the two, who's got the better team, the girls or the boys?
Girls.
Oh, the guys do have the better team, I suppose.
Okay, let's look at records. Who has the better record?
Girls, most definitely.
Oh, that got us.
How'd you guys do last year? Let's start off with the boys team.
Last year we took 2nd in conference, and we did pretty well. In state, we didn't do as hot as we hoped we would, but hopefully this year it'll be different.
And what about the girls? How'd you guys do last year?
We got 2nd in conference last year, and then we got 5th in state in GS, and then 10th in slalom. So we did pretty well last year.
Christmas break is around the corner, and a lot of kids are heading up to the mountain to play. But there are some kids who not only go up to the mountain to play, but to work. And we met up with Justine from Hood River Valley High, who does both, and she's going to show us what it's all about.
Can we get down? Can we get down? Come on, can we get down? Can we get down?
My name is Justine Gerald, and I am a junior, senior at Hood River Valley High School because I'm graduating here early. I like to snowboard here at Meadows, so I work here too, so I can do it for free. I work on park crew, and that's a lot of shoveling and carrying around heavy stuff and grooming, like the half pipe and the gym park and stuff like that. There's so much freedom in it. You've got so many more options and stuff to do. It's just freedom, and I love it. It is art. It's total art. It's expression. Like, you can go off jumps and do whatever you want, and it's just your own expression, really. You can design your own style. I've seen some people snowboard and they've just got such nice style, and you look at them and you're like, oh my God, that was so smooth, or something like that. It just inspires you to do better. Well, since it snowed a lot last night, everything got buried. So we had to go through, and first we were digging out the mailboxes, so we had to shovel all the snow away from them. I've worked one day that hasn't been in a full blizzard. It was a nice day, but I mean, the other ones, I'm just used to it, so. They're super nice. They're cool guys. Just treat me like one of them, so it's cool. And they don't spare me. They're not like, oh, let me do this because you're a girl. They're like, I'm not doing that for you. I'm still working into it, but it is hard work, but I like it. Like, a big part of having a job is making sure that it does something for you, makes you happy, at least. And working up here makes me pretty happy, especially in the park. So I'd recommend it to anybody, any age, as long as they can carry some snow.
My name's Edgar. I'm a 12th grader, and for Christmas, my relatives came up from Mexico, so I might go see them in LA, and just gonna spend time with family.
My name is Robin Benelli, and I am a senior here. What I'm gonna be doing over Christmas break is hanging out with my boyfriend because he is here from college.
Hi, my name is Jeannie Howe, and I'm a junior at Sandy High School. And this year for Christmas, we're going to go see some friends, visit some relatives, mostly see people around the places.
When we come back, we'll join a group of teens on the challenge course.
You're watching Prep Zone.
Hi, welcome to Sandy High School, home of the Pioneers.
I'm Tiffany LaGrange,
Molly Murphy,
and
Allie Rogers.
Here inside, we're going to show you the painting that we're all doing to support the high school. Come on in.
Welcome to Sandy High's Painting Day. Believe it or not, on their first day of winter break, 275 eager students volunteered to come in for the day and paint the inside of their school. Not only did the students show up, so did the fire department and many parents. The whole project got started when a few students wanted to do something about the walls in their school, which had not been painted in over 15 years.
And when the kids came in and said, you know, we've got old graphics in the hallway and we've got old sayings, we need to paint. Great, let's make it happen. Well, we don't have any money. Let's brainstorm and make it happen.
And it did happen. Miller donated all the paint, and 300 volunteers signed up to help the school. As a reward for their work, students get to put a personal mark on their school walls that will last for years to come.
Here at Prep Zone, we mainly focus on student athletes and team sports. Now, there's a different kind of team sport that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be an athlete. We're going to meet up with a group of students from all over Oregon who get together for a major challenge course just outside of Canby.
Even though it's not an official sport, participating in a challenge course can require the same level of skill and physical endurance many athletes endure. But a challenge course is more than just a team event. The goal is to work together to overcome personal and group challenges whose lessons may last a lifetime.
My name is Brian Youd. I work for an organization called Reach Out Expeditions. I am in charge of the challenge course program that we do. Basically what it is a bunch of low ropes elements, nothing more than 7-8 feet off the ground, that is used to build teamwork, cooperation, character within groups.
This day on the challenge course comprises of 3 activities. The first event puts these teams on 2 4x4s. In a cooperative effort, they move as one to the finish line.
Give me a big left.
All right. That's it. Y'all done. Hop on off.
In the second event, every participant is blindfolded and asked to hold on to the rope. They are then told that to finish the activity, they need to come to the end of the rope. Little do they know that Brian speaks figuratively in getting to the end of the rope by asking for help. Finally, these teens use a rope swing to move their team from one platform to the other. But first, Brian has a little lesson for teaching these teens about the importance of teamwork. Teamwork will be necessary for their day to be successful.
Now, I want you guys to lean onto the rope, not so far that you're going to pull each other over, but look it, okay? What would happen if 2 or 3 of us would let go? We'd all fall. Right, okay? This is an example of teamwork. Oh, no touch at all. Oh, there it is.
Being a part of a challenge course is more than just a physical activity. It's full of exercises that will impact these kids for life.
I think the biggest lesson that I have seen learned by today's youth, the ones that I've worked with a lot, would be getting outside of themselves. Our world is so focused on me, on what I can get for myself. How can I get ahead of the next person? That in that, even in the way we talk and in the way we joke around, we oftentimes overstep a process of helping somebody else, of putting ourselves in somebody else's shoes. That lesson goes a long, long ways.
Step up on both. Step up on both. Use that for an extra height.
Good job. Well done. I just wanted to point out that sometimes we come into a situation with preconceived notions or ideas of what we're going to do. Have an open mind when you come into stuff though here too, because if you go into the preconceived notion, that means you have a preconceived way of how you're going to finish that too, and it doesn't allow you to be creative.
It's common for teens to become overconfident and self-reliant as they are growing into adulthood. A challenge course is a tool to break down these notions. Not only do these teens need to rely on each other in each challenge, but also trust the guidance of their leader. If the participants don't humble themselves, success may not come easily.
It is so much of a hands-on group effort.
Right.
They have to rely on each other.
Left.
And if I'm not in there being part of it, they're not relying on me, they're not hearing how to do it from me. They got to think about it themselves. And that happens usually within the first few elements. Either that or kids just, it doesn't happen because they check out. Are you quitting? Are you quitting? Then put your blindfold back on and get moving. High schoolers really try sometimes to be cool. They're in a position in their life where that means a lot to them. And like challenge course stuff will just take that away oftentimes. Sometimes it gets kids to the point of frustration where they just don't want to do it anymore. But there's a flip side to that, because when they get frustrated and they accomplish something, they will then remember it.
Brian takes every opportunity to teach these life lessons, even when the lessons may be hard to take.
If you fall down, somebody can be there to help you when you're inside a group, right? Let's relate that to this a little bit. When I said, okay, you guys, I'm putting your hand on this rope, you guys need to go. When you find the end, go ahead and, your element is done. Why did it take so long to ask for help?
But despite these hard lessons, each student begins to understand how these activities will impact their life for the future.
If you just think about the games, you just see, oh, well, that's just a silly rope swinging game. But when he talks about it and he uses analogies for it, you see really deep things with it.
It singles out your weaknesses or strengths, and you really have to work off that. And if you're really strong in one thing, but week in another, you could totally be worthless in the challenge almost, and you really have to think and help communicate with others to get things done.
Hop on off. Hop on off.
When we come back, we'll meet the first-ranked 3A girls state swimming champions.
You're watching Prep Zone.
I'm here with Tony Turin, and I guess you could say Tony is one of the elite athletes here at Sandy because you play golf, you play basketball and football, and you're the co-captains of both teams of basketball and football. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So how do you guys expect to do this year?
We'll be pretty good. Hopefully we'll make the playoffs again. We made it my sophomore year and hopefully return this year.
I saw your guys' poster. Very interesting. Now, whose idea was that?
That was our coach's. He came up with the title Ball Hogs, and he had connections with the Harleys and just all the leather. Everything worked out real great.
I'm here with Daniel Pruitt. He is the captain of the wrestling team here at Sandy High School. Now, I don't know too much about wrestling. How's Sandy doing this year?
Sandy, we're doing pretty good. Dual meet-wise, we're 2-1, which is better than our record last year.
Last week, we interviewed a girl who's a female wrestler. Now, she wrestles guys. How would you feel about wrestling a girl?
I just take it like wrestling another guy, and just, I mean, if she's gonna wrestle with guys, she, you know, no special treatment.
You wouldn't be soft on her?
Oh, no.
All right, I'm here with Danny Stewart, and when we were setting up for this interview, I don't know how many people passed by, but they kept telling me how awesome she was. And you play basketball for Sandy High?
Yeah.
And what position do you play?
Play a 3, shooting guard, point guard sometimes.
Okay,
so.
how awesome are you?
I play hard. I mean, I don't know. It's all about hustle. This year we're 2-0 so far, and we got 3-0 after tonight, play Centennial. So excited.
So you're pretty
about
positive you're going to win?
Yeah, yeah. We have a lot of potential, so I'm excited.
She's good and very confident. This is Jerry Klein, and are you the captain of the swim team?
Yes, I am.
Okay, now I have to point this out because it's snowing outside. Look at Jerry's feet. total island boy, yeah?
Yeah.
How do you come back, I mean, and having such an awesome record last year? I mean.
Oh, this year, well, last year we lost the most valuable swimmer in our district mountain conference, and so we were kind of relying on upcoming swimmers, and we had a lot of first-year swimmers this year who are really stepping up in the events that we really need to focus on.
As we spoke with Jerry earlier, we found out that Sandy High has an incredible swim team. And they also have some incredible Christmas fudge because the athletic department has been feeding it to me all day long. Another incredible team is the Wilsonville's girls, who have won the past 2 years 3A championship. And let's check it out. Fudge boy.
For the past 2 years, the Wilsonville girls swim team has placed in the 3A state championship. Wilsonville High is a fairly new school, so accomplishing this feat 2 years in a row is quite an honor.
We have won the state championship for the last 2 years. The year before that, we were second.
It was awesome. I'd never really been in a meet where I won something that was first place, and it was such a big deal, and it was a lot of fun. It takes a lot of dedication for each individual swimmer, but it also takes a lot of teamwork throughout the whole team. It takes all of us to win state, and all of us working together and swimming our hardest.
It teaches you like how to work hard and like be determined about something, make a goal and like go for it.
I have a group of very, very talented girls. We've only taken 4 to state for the last 2 years, but as you've seen, we have a lot of depth this year, a lot of talent, more talent than we've ever had before.
With the variety of swimmers that we have as freshmen, we have more strokes than we did. So we have, across the board, we have more of a better chance of getting points than we did in just the races that we had last year.
Like many other sports, dedicated student athletes play in summer leagues and clubs. These girls are no exception. But for most, playing high school sports over club sports is much more rewarding.
I like high school. It's more of a team sport for high school. For a club, it's more individual. So you get as far as you can go as a person, and for high school, it's pretty much a team. It's all about having fun. If you're not having fun, you're not going to do well because you're going to want to get out.
With this season halfway over, the Wilsonville girls team is poised to take state again.
I think that if they all swim to their potential, that we definitely have a chance of taking our 3rd title. It will depend on being healthy and swimming safely, not making mistakes. But I think that if they all get there, that we have a really good chance at it.
That does it for Prepzone this week. I want to thank Sandy High School. The faculty here was awesome. The students here are great. I mean, not only did they fill me up with some incredible fudge, but they gave me this great hat. Sandy High, home of the Pioneers. We'll see you guys next week. Take care.